Howdy folks! With the shorter days and cooler nights of fall replacing summer here in Central California, I wanted to go through some of the options that modern anglers have for carrying their tackle, particularly fly tackle, on the water with them. So there's no shortage of options and there's no right or wrong answer. It just kind of comes down to what your personal preference is and what your needs are based on where you're fishing and the conditions that you're encountering on the water. So I'll get started with some basic options. Probably the most traditional option for fly fishing is going to be the vest here. I've got a very well constructed Sims freestone vest here. This is a very comfortable vest. I've used it to fish a few times, and so I've personally used vests quite a bit. There's nothing wrong with a vest other than they're not cool. That's something that old guys wear. So vests have kind of fallen out of favor. It's just not being the cool hip fly fishing thing to wear on the water. But that being said, vests are very functional. You've got a number of pockets on the vest. You can put tippet in these smaller pockets on the bottom. You can fit 3 or 4 fly boxes. You've got a compartment on the back of the vest that you can fit water bottle, sandwich, whatever you need. Short of maybe gold bullion bars or something like that. So vests provide a lot of storage. I find vests to be very comfortable. Modern vests with mesh and nylon construction aren't necessarily hot on the water. That's one complaint that people have. And you can really customize a vest. You can add a tippet spool holders on the front of the vest. You can it's got a nice D-ring on the back here for a net. So really there's nothing wrong with vests. Really the only weakness with vests is that they can get a little bulky. Folks have a tendency to put every piece of fly tackle they own practically in there, short of rods and reels. So you got guys that are lugging around a lot of boxes, and so there's a tendency for vests to get overfilled, and that's kind of where vests get their bad reputation from. But if you just keep a little modesty and prudence in mind and just take what you need on the water, vests are still a great option. There's nothing wrong with a vest other than as I mentioned, the modern image. They're not the cool hip thing to wear. So I'll move on to the second option, an option that I use quite often when I'm not using a vest. I've got one on right now, and that's going to be the chest pack. And so the chest pack has a lot of the same advantages of a vest, potentially without the bulk. So I really like a chest pack because I've got everything I need just right in front of me. I mean, I'm a fairly minimalist angler. I primarily target small streams for wild trout. So I don't need 3 or 4 big fly boxes. So I can easily carry fly box, tippet spools, hemostat. Everything's right in front of me where I need it. And so there's a lot of different chest packs on the market. Depending on needs, you can get chest packs that are quite a bit larger than the one I have on, and have a more elaborate strap system that can interface with backpack type systems to give you plenty of storage. That is one weakness of the chest pack, is as far as tackle items, you're generally the most constricted. Unlike the other chest packs. But chest packs, they keep everything right in front of you. You're not having to reach behind you for anything. You don't have to swing your pack over. They're very handy. You do have to pay attention to design. Some packs you get too much weight forward, and you don't have a good neck strap or a good strap system that can put a lot of strain on your neck and be very uncomfortable. But if you can find a chest pack that's well designed, it can be very versatile. Chest pack I'm wearing here has a little loop in the back that I can attach a net to. So I can really make this a complete fishing system. I can also use this in conjunction with a day pack or a waist pack to carry, water, rain jacket, other comforts and necessities of life when I'm further away from the vehicle. But really, on its own, a chest pack is a great option for an angler that doesn't carry a lot of tackle, just kind of pares things down to a minimum, and that tends to fish fairly close to the vehicle, or is willing to combine it with a backpack or waist pack for additional storage. So moving on, another popular item is going to be the waist pack, and I have a waist pack here. It's actually a non-fishing specific waist pack, but the fly fishing specific waist packs, there's not a big difference there. Generally you're going to have maybe some drying patches and some more fly tackle specific attachments on your waist pack. But personally, I find this non-fishing waist pack, if I were going to go to a waist pack only, I'd be more inclined to use this, because it's got a couple nice water bottle holders. It's got more capacity than a lot of the fly fishing specific waist packs do, and so that's really, waist pack is something you want to keep in mind when you want to combine tackle storage with your non-tackle essentials, say a small survival kit, rain jacket, maybe even some light clothing, lunch, and all that sort of thing. Waist packs for me are very comfortable. I really like the weight distribution. It's right down there low on your hips, no strain on your neck. You can get a strap for most of the waist packs, and you can use the strap to attach things like your hemostat, your zingers. You can keep those really handy and in front of you. Another thing that you can use is you can use a lanyard. You can use these waist packs in conjunction with a lanyard that has zingers on it, for everything from tippet, floating, all your small items, so you're not constantly having to reach back, swing the pack around to the front of your body to access gear. That is the one weakness of the waist pack, is that you need to basically swing, go behind yourself, turn the pack around, to get to the compartments that would, probably have your fly box and that sort of thing. But you can adapt non-fishing specific waist packs to fly fishing pretty handily, with minimum, probably no permanent modification to the pack. The other big weakness of these waist packs is they are, sitting pretty low. So if you wade deep, your chance of getting the pack wet is pretty good. Some of the fly fishing specific waist packs are water resistant, which offsets this. And so I'll talk about a couple more pack systems here that I don't have with me. One of those is going to be the sling pack. The sling pack is cool. If you're the Tom Rosenbauer, the cool, hip, trendy fly fisherman, then you, by golly, you better be having one of these type of packs. But once again, they're similar to waist pack. They have a lot of capacity. You can fit fishing and non-fishing items in them. Tackle storage. As much as you care to store. They're very good that way. Comfort for some people. For me, my back sweats a lot, so that's going to tend to. It's not going to be much different from wearing a backpack for me. But they are the trendy hip thing to wear. Final option is just using a lanyard or your shirt and waders jackets, basically going without a pack. Can you do it? Sure. I just find that using a pack, you keep things more accessible, more organized, which ultimately saves time on the water. You're not dropping things in the water and losing them. So hope this helps, folks, and have a great day.